It's May 1st. Beautiful spring weather. I just got a call, which is fantastic, by the way, from Walter, who owns the little campgrounds that we stay in down here. And he said that he owns a couple properties that need their grass mowed. And I said, well, sure, I can do it. And he offered us to use his equipment to go mow the grass. So I'm going to go down here and talk to Walter real quick, and I'm going to find out where his areas are, and then we're going to go ahead and maybe get those. That's going to give us a little bit more money. I wasn't expecting to do mowing contracts for people, but it would give me a good idea of what we might need when we want to get into a little bit bigger machinery, right? So I'm going to jump out of here. I'm going to go talk to Walter real quick, and then we'll see where he wants us to go. All right, so Walter owns lots 42 and 43. This is his tractor and his mower. And these properties are on the other side of the bridge down here, so it's just on the way out of town. So we're going to go down here and get these two done. I wasn't expecting to do this today, but this is a pretty cool mower. This is something that we would probably look into if we wanted to get into some large-scale mowing. There are some larger lots here. There's a very large lot. I don't believe that that's that. I think it's the one on the other side of those trees. But one of the reasons I wanted to maybe get into some of these mowing contracts or larger fields mowing and see if anybody needs help with that is I need to get our farm set up, or not our farm, but our greenhouse area set up, and we got the roads all put in and everything, and it looks great. But it looks like this is the first one right here, so it's kind of an odd shape, doesn't it? All right, so let's go ahead and unfold this. This is a Vermeer deck, which is kind of cool. All right, and then let's go ahead and lower this, and it's going to stay over there on our side, so let's go ahead and turn that on. There we go. All right, so this is a really nice mower. This would be a nice one if we had to, you know, possibly get the right-of-ways of the streets. And then we could just drive on the street and let the mower deck kind of mow along the edges. But I do like it. It's really nice. And this little tractor here is really nice too. I'm not familiar with it at all. But it's nice on the inside. You can see we can get the... It's got nice heads-up display and everything. It's a really nice tractor. Maybe it's something that maybe we could have Walter sell us. Seeing that he doesn't want to do this. The water's getting kind of high. All that snow that we had over the wintertime, it's causing the water levels to come up a little bit. So we got this lot here, and then he owns the property directly across the street behind the barn. So we're going to go ahead and do that lot as well. And then we're going to head over to our place. We did get a fence line put in, so it separates our property from our neighbor's property, lot 29. And then I want to go ahead and use some of the money that we have. Remember, we have a loan that we're using, but we haven't used all of it. But I want to use some of that money to possibly get some plants. Go ahead and get them planted. So that we can get our landscape business started. And then we do have... Uh-oh, I missed a hole. You know, this is what I got to watch out for, is I'm not familiar with this deck. So we got to kind of drive like in the middle right there. That's fine. We'll just give ourselves a little leeway. But we do have to go get all the houses in the neighborhood done for the month of May. So we'll go ahead and get that scheduled. Get that all done. And then I did hear some concerning news about one of the big manufacturing plants that's here in town possibly getting sold, which isn't that great of news for the homeowners. I was kind of under the impression that we could, you know, come up here and kind of help out the neighborhood and in the city and possibly bring some businesses into the city through our contacts. But yeah, it sounds like they might be having some problems. So I need to. They've already had the township meeting. Oh, by the way, we did get the contract for the city, and I will show you what that contract was. And this is just a blanket contract. Basically, it's whatever we get done is what we're going to bill for, but there is a kind of a limit, I should say, on how much we can bill, where it won't go over this much, but it will be this much per month. I think we got most of that one done. It's kind of a weird corner back here, but yeah, it basically covers the whole city, all the right-of-way areas. I'm just going to go backwards on this one. And all the areas like around the parking lots, around the buildings. And that is just for grass mowing. Just for grass mowing. And I'll show it to you guys when we get done with this lot. It's in my truck. But let me get this little area here done, and we'll get the other field done, and we'll go ahead and talk to Walter and get paid for this. All right. I think we got all of Walter's projects done. Walter has a nice little farm he's got going on here. I never noticed this. He's got a fully automated cow farm here, but the issue is he doesn't have any cows. So I might have to ask him what's going on. It could be because of the economy, but this is a nice barn. It's got a nice, he's got a nice little setup here, and I don't think we can get in it. Yeah, it's all locked. But you can see it's all automated. Like he's, this is like $1 million setup right here. This is really, really nice. It's a shame that he can't use it. It really is. But we'll have to talk to him and ask him what's going on. It's got a nice little barn here, or a nice little shed. Another shed here. All right, well, I'm going to take this back over to him, and we'll divvy up the money, and then we're going to head over to the shop and maybe see if we can get some stuff started to growing. I want to start planting, I'd like to plant some shrubs and maybe some smaller trees. Those are the kind of things that the homeowners will be asking for. If we start getting into, you know, like landscape business. But those would be the things that I would want to at least try to sell. But yeah, so let me take this back. I'm going to give Walter a call, and we'll get our money. Alright, so this is the little road that I put in. It's on the back side of our property. This takes us over to this little back road that we have that goes out to a couple fields there. I need to talk to you guys about that one back there, but when I put this road in, this is where I want to start planting all our stuff. I did have, you know, we are on public utilities. We do have the electric already run in here, but we did need a septic system. We're right outside of city limits, so we didn't need a septic system, so we went ahead and had a leach field put in. That's where the leach field is. We got to make sure we can't build on top of that, but I'd like to get maybe a structure built here, whether it's an office, or maybe like a temporary office. Maybe we just get a trailer, but something that we can open up. I want to get these things planted though, so I want to get just a couple different variations of shrubs and maybe a couple trees. So I'm going to go ahead and check around and see who might have that we can buy, or if there's a wholesaler around here, or maybe in the next town over that we can get some of this stuff bought and brought in. So let me check on that real quick. There is a guy named Noah, and he does own the 2 large grass fields that are way down there. This isn't even like a public road. This is just like a farm road that goes back. But he does own a large property down there. He's saw me mowing Walter's properties and want to know if we would be interested in mowing his. He has a much larger mower, something I've never used before, and I told him I'd meet him after lunch. I know that it's you know, it's 1:30, but for me, I'm running late, so I told him I'd meet him and find out what he needs done, and maybe we can take care of him today as well. So let me get some more stuff done with the research on the plants and the shrubs. We'll go talk to Noah and find out what we need to do. I called a local contractor, and he said for about $4,000 he could get all this stuff put in for us so that we could get it started for our greenhouse. And man, he just brought in like a dozen guys, and they had all the stuff that we needed, and they just went through and planted everything that we need in order to sell it in our shop. And they also had some of the stuff here from an old farm that was tore down, and I told them I'd go ahead and take it. And then they made this little sit-down area over here and a place for like the kids to like swing. And I went ahead and got some stuff ready for our building. So they had like a trailer type building that they had on their property that they just tore down, but they kept everything. And so I told them that I'd be interested in it. So they just brought over, you know, they tore it down in panels. So we're probably going to just have like a temporary little building right here that we're going to sell stuff through. And then I would probably use this back area, since we have a septic system back here. I don't want to get a building too close. But I'd like to get an area where we also not only sell plants, but we actually sell like pots and stuff too for the plants. So this stuff's all ready. There's more plants inside the containers here for when we sell out of these. And I think they did a great job. They did an excellent job. So now I got to go talk to Noah. So I told Noah, instead of lunchtime, how about we talk about it at dinner time? Noah said that was fine. And so we're going to go talk to Noah and find out what he wants us to do with this mowing job he has. He was kind of laughing about it. He said it's going to be a little bit more than what we've ever done. And I thought that was kind of funny too. So we're going to go down here to our good meeting place and talk to Noah and find out what he has in store for us. I have an idea of what this is going to be, because I've seen him drive this machine around town a couple times. If it is, it's going to be fantastic. So let me go in here, and I see that he's already here. So let's go in here and talk to Noah real quick. All right, so let's go grab this machine. It's up here at the store. He was having it auto-tuned. So it is the machine that I thought it was. Pretty excited to use it. There is a threat for some hail again in this town. I'll tell you what, we get more hail up here than any city I've ever been in. It either hails or it rains. Oh, there it is. Look at that big boy. That's exactly what I thought it was. The Crone. This is the big boy. The big M450. Look at this. Look at this thing. Woo! This is about a $300,000 to $400,000 machine that we're getting ready to ride into. And by the way, we're getting paid a lot of money to do this property. A lot of money. It's insane. But this should get us up to if we get this done in a reasonable amount of time, we'll have about $30,000 left by the end of the day, which is good. I'd like to start paying off a little bit of our loan, but what I really need to do is go ahead and get a contractor hired to get this building started over here. So we're gonna have to find somebody in town. If I can't find anybody, we're going to have to probably do it ourselves, which I'm fine with doing it ourselves. It's just I really don't have a time. I didn't have time to plant all that, so I had to pay somebody to do that for us. But yeah, Noah owns two properties down here. He owns one on the left and one on the right, and we're doing the one on the left. I didn't even know this was back here. This is, it's starting to get foggy back here, actually. Look, there's fog back over there. Hopefully it's fog, not water. But yeah, this is his property here, lot 40. Alright, this is going to be fun. I can't wait. Alright, let's go ahead and open this thing up. Let's unfold this. Woo! Look how smooth that is. Alright, now we just got to drop it down. That's the front. Oh my god, it sounds like a jet engine going off. Alright, it doesn't have as wide of a working width that we had on that little deck, but it is definitely a lot faster, I feel. Yeah, this is fantastic. Look at that, and even center swaths it, which is great. What I like about that is we could, if we ever get a field that's this large and we start having a turf farm, or just a grass farm in itself, we could always sell the grass shavings, or we could leave it out and let it dry and sell the hay to the farmers that are in town. Yeah, look at this. This has kind of got a little bit of shrubberies that are growing into his field here. We could take care of that for him. Alright, well, let me get this job done. It's going to be a fun job. Tell you one thing, this tractor is extremely powerful. I mean, you can see the grass gets cut, and it just puts it in a line, which is fantastic, and it leaves no grass anywhere else behind it. The one thing that's been going on since it's been getting late, it is 7 o'clock in the evening, but the sun is still up, but we're starting to get a little bit of a runoff from water from somewhere. You can see it. That's you see where the fog is right there in the middle of the field. There's a bunch of water that's starting to gather up there, and I almost got stuck, but we are done. But I'll show you where the water is over here. Look at this. The water is just draining off the field, and this is a really, it's a low point right here, and it's just kind of gathering right there in the low point of the field. So I have to let Noah know about that, but we are done, and I'm going to take this back to the shop and leave it there. Hopefully he doesn't care how dirty it got. I mean, it did get kind of dirty. I did miss, I was supposed to go up to the mayor's office and drop off the paperwork for the contract for the mowing of the city. By the way, it's $15,750 is what we're agreed upon to do all of the landscaping and mowing work for the city. So as soon as we hand that in, get her to sign off on it, we can get started. I don't want to get started before she can pay for it. We've been through that before where we've done work for people and then they couldn't pay. And also didn't get a chance to get the neighborhoods done. Hopefully their grass isn't too tall. We're going to go drop this off. Let Noah know that we got it done. But yeah, this is a great tractor. If we had $300,000, we'd buy this for sure. But we don't really need anything this big. I do want to look at maybe some of the stuff that's on the market. One of the reasons we didn't get a big loan that we wanted was because we didn't have really any assets, right? So we need to start buying some stuff so we can get more assets. And then once they go give us our loan, then they'll know that we have the money, or we have the backing to get bigger loans. So let's go ahead and get with Noah and let him know that his contract's done. So here's Noah right here. His contract is done. So we got $12,050 for that. That's a great price. All right, so we're done with that. So $28,050. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I think I'm going to just go ahead and go back to the house for the rest of the night and then wake up in the morning, and we'll go and hit up the houses on the hill, and then check with the city and see if they're ready for us to start mowing, and then maybe we can get that all done. But I do want to check out, as soon as we get back to the house here, I do want to check out and see if they have anything on the market. Maybe we can get a tractor or something. We still have $100,000 that we haven't used. It's still in the bank. It's part of our line of credit, so it's good to have that money sitting there, though, in case we need some emergency funds. I do need to talk to Walter, though, and ask him if he wants me to mow his property. This stuff all needs mowed. It's really tall. We could do that first thing in the morning if he wanted us to. We can go ahead and run up to the shop and ask him if that's what he wants us to do. But I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, so it's the second week of May. We got our little office built here. We don't have anything in it right now, but eventually we're going to have some stuff in here. We'll have some plants and stuff that we can sell, right? But yeah, the little shack turned out nice. All we needed was a couple of those panels that they gave us. But yeah, it's a nice little place. And then we went ahead and went ahead and made a little area here we can sell pots. So we got pots here that we can sell as well. And then we went ahead and got, we get a lot of that stone from underneath the ground. And we had a whole bunch of it when we dug up for the septic system. So we just laid more of this rock way and went ahead and mowed where the swing sets are. The people that had this had a couple decorations that they gave us. So we got this little thing here. You stick your head through and get your picture taken. We do have some trees now that are planted. And then we went ahead and had the electrician run us some lights. We did spend about $4,000, about $3,500 on all this. So we have all the lights ran. We have lights all the way around. So now we have our own little landscape company. It's not going to be open until the end of May, but I just wanted to get a lot of the stuff started, right? Just so that we look like there's something happening here. And then we did get some stuff put out here at the entryway. I went ahead and had them pour some more gravel for parking. So we'll have parking here, and then we have another parking lot over there. And this is just planted with wildflowers. We designated this as a little green space area, even though it is a septic system, but it should help the flowers and stuff grow pretty good. But yeah, that's it's turning out really nice. This is our own little private entryway. So we got all this from the old closed down landscape company. So I'm pretty happy with everything that's here. The mayor's office didn't open until 8 o'clock, so we're getting ready to go up there, and we're going to go ahead and give them to get the sign off so we can go ahead and get started and get the city mode. I did want to check real quick. Let's go back to the truck real quick and see if there's any new additional mowing contracts. I'd be more than willing to do some mowing contracts. That was actually kind of fun for us. Let's go ahead and check and see if there's any of those. It does look like there's one mowing contract on lot 30 that we could possibly do. That would be kind of fun for us. There's a stone picking. There's also some supply and transport contracts. And there's a tedder yard for Katie. So she just wants us to tedder the grass, and that's right across the pond. So I'm surprised that Walter doesn't own this. Walter owns these two properties here. Surprised that Walter doesn't own that. But yeah, it looks like we got plenty to do in the month of May, which is good because this is going to be a really hot month. We shouldn't be expecting any snow, that's for sure. But it's a good month to mow grass, and hopefully what would be really nice is if the grass grows really fast and we have to mow the grass a couple times. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and head to the mayor's office. Get this contract signed. And we should be on our way. So if we get the contract signed, we get basically our money up front. And then I need to go and pick up our mower and start doing the little neighborhood area. All right. Well, that meeting went really well. $13,750. That's the fee that the city is going to pay us to do all the lawn care. It's a signed contract. I did get the preliminary go-ahead to investigate some land development here. We originally talked about demolishing this building on the corner. We found out that we cannot demolish that because of an asbestos fine in the building. So they got to do some mitigation on this building. It's been there for a long time, but they do want us to look at possibly getting this corner property here developed. And so we're going to go ahead and do that. But for the rest of today, I am going to go ahead and get our mower, get the little residential area done, and sit down and look at our finances and see where we're at. I would really like I said, I'd really like to start buying some machinery now that we have a place, at least that we can park some stuff over on the shop's property. So that'd be good. I would like to get a shed put over there, possibly as well, and maybe we can store some equipment over there. I'd like to get a little bit more than just this little riding lawnmower. I do need to stop in and talk to Walter. I forgot to talk to him about mowing his grass. So I think that's what we're going to be able to do for the rest of the month of May. I'd also like to get a new little house here. This is nice and all, but it's starting to get a little bit cramped. I'd like to have something a little bit better than this. But for right now, I think it'll do.